Okay, it took a minute. Actually, it took a week. But I finally got everything cashed out and moved out of M1 and into my bank account. And it took me a minute to figure out how to terminate my services with them, but I finally figured it out. And now I forgot again. But it is possible. So if you decide you don't want to use it, you can get rid of it and delete your personal information so that they don't fee you the $3 a month even after you exit it. Hopefully. So I'm gonna wait a couple days to make sure that I don't have any more dividends coming in from the stocks that I did have past their X date. But you know, it's just gonna be a couple pennies. I'm not really that worried about it, but I'm gonna wait till the end of the month, which is in about a week, and then I'm gonna go in and terminate the account. So I mean, you might like M1, and if you do, let us know why. But I personally wasn't that impressed. But let me know in the comments what you think about M1 and why you like it if you do, and why you don't like it if you don't. Alright, so I guess that's it for now. There's something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. Oh, I remember. So at this point, I'm really not getting ahead, even though it looks like maybe I am, because I have about as much money in dividend stocks as I do in credit card debt. But once I start exceeding my debt in assets and get my debt paid down, that's when I'll be making headway. But right now I have about as much in dividend stocks as I have on my credit cards. So I'm really kind of breaking even at this point. Buying this new property kind of set me back a little bit, but I figure I wanted to have the credit cards paid down by the end of the year, and I have one of them almost paid down, so it'll probably be paid down by the end of the year. But the other one, basically I just transferred my debt from one card to the other, which is still an improvement because the other only has like a 19.5% interest rate, where the one I've been paying down, focusing on paying down, has like a 31.5% interest rate. So I'll be saving 10% just by getting rid of that card. So there is some headway. And like I said, once I start getting more dividends than I'm paying in my credit card debt or paying in interest on my credit cards, then I'll be making a little bit of headway. But there's another thing too. It's like, well, right now the new property that I bought or buying, I'm owner financing with 0% interest, which is really good. But so all the money goes to principal. But they want me to refinance within a year. I renegotiated the contract to give me a year and a half just to be safe. But they really want me to get it done in 6 months. And I probably can as soon as I get my income tax refund back for 2024. So we'll see. Because the lender that I was talking to said I had to wait a year. But then I talked to another lender and he said we could probably get it done in 6 months. So we'll see. We'll see. I have enough equity. I just got to pay down some of my debt. And then, like I said, all the money that we're paying towards the new property is going straight into principal. So, and I also negotiated the price down, like, let's see, $30,000. And the original asking price, they wanted 110, and I ended up getting it for, I'm sorry, they wanted 210, and I ended up getting it down to 145. So I got a really good deal on the property. And they had already come down to 175 before I walked in the door. But like I said, I got it down to 145. So that's 30,000 right there that I saved, if not more. So I already have equity in the property, so to speak. So, boom. And then, like I said, we're going to be paying another few thousand. We put 5,000 down. So now that's 40,000 we have left to pay. Plus we already paid November and December's payment. So now that's what, 128,000 we have left to pay on it. So by the time I refinance, I'll only have maybe 120 left to pay on it. And wait, did I do that right? I'm at 130. Okay, 130 left to pay on it. So we're gonna make headway. We'll already have equity in the property. Plus I have equity in 2 other properties. One I have outright. So we got a good deal. And now I got sheep I'm gonna put on the property, because it's already fenced for sheep and cattle. Might have to go through and fix some of the fencing, but for the most part it's ready to move in. My girlfriend does guinea fowl, so we have to get the place set up for guinea fowl before we can move in, but it's basically ready to move in otherwise. So yeah, let's go off of this page and go over here to this page. My favorite page. So yeah, so now I'm focusing on, now that I've got all that squared away, I'm focusing on just putting money into the dividend stocks that pay more than what the credit cards charge in interest rate. So the yield is better than the interest rate on my debt. And once I get the credit cards paid down, then I can start focusing on the pickup truck. So, like I said, the one is about 32,000. I mean 32,000. The one credit card's about 32%. The other credit card's about 20%. And then the pickup truck is about 14%. And then my personal loan for my land is about 4%. And then we'll see what the interest rate is on the new property that I'm buying now is next year. And then by then I should have the pickup truck and both the credit cards paid down, and then I'll be investing in dividend stocks that pay more than the debt, or than the interest rate on the real estate. And then at that point I'm going to start working on my Kaplinger property and turning it into passive income as well, bringing in just basically it's in the middle of 3 campgrounds, so I could turn it into like a weekend warrior type of thing, which which is what I'm planning on doing. And finding somebody in the city who wants to have a place to park their camper year round, and they don't have to worry about putting it, hauling it all the time. And they'll have their weekend getaway spot, and they'll just basically reserve that spot for the whole year. And it won't be as much money as, like, say if I had like a full-time tenant living there full-time, but they'll probably take better care of it than a full-time regular tenant. So that's the direction that I think I'm going to go with that. And then, we'll just go over and maintain the yard and whatnot, and make a little bit of money off of it. And I'll still do my aromatherapy over there until I get my new place up and running and get a place built for my aromatherapy over there. But the new property also is a great spot for a storefront, so we'll be making money there as well by selling animals, selling food, selling aromatherapy, selling wood products, selling whatever. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But anyway, the point was that basically I'm about breaking even at this point between my credit card debt and the interest rate, and the dividend stocks. I've actually got a little bit more in dividend stocks than what it says here because of what I have in Cash App that I'm working on selling. So I'm kind of day trading with the stocks that I'm going to sell in Cash App, because I'm moving all my assets. I'm reorganizing my assets. So I'm not just selling off everything willy-nilly. I'm waiting for the stock to go up before I sell it. So while I'm waiting for the stock to go up so that I can, when I cash it out, I'll have what do they call it? Cash value. Waiting till the stock has cash value before I cash it out. While I'm waiting, I'm still getting dividends from those stocks, and it's not a lot. It's a penny here, 5 cents here, 45 cents there. So I've got these deals priced to sell when it hits 135, 94, 238, blah blah blah. And then I'll make, the dollar amount over here on the side. Now, some of that is money that I've got invested, and then the rest of it will be profit. But basically, all of these stocks are dividend stocks. So until the stock goes up and I cash them out, I'm still making money on the dividends. See, like right here, TXO, I made 43 cents. Now I bought more stock in TXO because I cannot buy it in Robinhood. Now, I kind of broke my rule because it only paid like 14%, but 13% because I bought $13 worth. But it is what it is. So I went ahead and just bought $13 worth of stock, then took the total of what I had before and what I have now and put it in my database, and it basically bumped me up $1 a month. So yeah. So I cashed out UTI, got $10. I don't know how much I actually made because I might have had, $9 in there. But I got a penny, 3 cents, 4 cents. 6 cents, 1 penny. $0.18. $0.04. So, you know, it's a couple pennies here, a couple pennies there, cashed out AT&T. 4 cents off Hormel. 8 cents, 2 cents, 2 cents. Yeah. So, stock buyout. So that one, I'm not sure exactly what stock buyouts mean. So that one I probably lost some money in. And I also found out something else. When a stock splits, you don't automatically just double your money. You just double your stocks. So if you had 5 stocks and the stock splits, now you got 10 stocks. But if the stock was worth $10, now the stock's worth $5. So you, instead of having 5 stocks at $10, you now have 10 stocks at $5 a piece. And then if the stock goes up, which it probably will, then you make money. But and if the dividend stays the same, then you will double your dividend. But you don't actually double the value of your stock. But sometimes they'll divide the dividend in half as well. So you really aren't making any money when a stock splits. That's a myth that I grew up with. And I think it's a myth that my father had, because my dad was talking about how he had Home Depot stock, and he said if I would have kept it, I would have been a millionaire by now, because the stock split like a bunch of times. Well, he probably wouldn't have been a millionaire, probably wouldn't have been a thousandaire, because I think my dad misunderstood how stock splitting works. But I don't know how much my dad had in there, at what time, and whatnot. It's a possibility. He could have been a millionaire. And not only that, but I think Home Depot pays a dividend. So I still got $3,400 in stocks. And it's up right now, $400. Home Depot. I think it's HD. Yes. They don't pay a big dividend. 2%. So, I mean, if my dad had $1 million in there, he'd be making what? $20,000 a year. $1 million times 20%. Oh, he'd have been making $200,000 a year. Oh, wait, no, 2%. My bad. Yeah, 20,000 after tax, 0.8. I screwed that up. But anyways, he'd have been making $16,000 a year just in dividends. If he had $1 million worth of that should be 16,000. If he had $1 million worth of Home Depot stock, he'd be making $16,000 a year. That's not much to live on. You know. So I wouldn't put all my eggs in that basket. That's why I only put in 2%. If it pays 2% and it's not an ETF, I only put in $2 at a time. If it is an ETF, then I'd put in $20 at a time. Because ETFs are a lot more stable. Because, I mean, like I said, who can live on $16,000 a year? Maybe if you move to the Philippines, you can live on that. But not in the US. But anyway. Yeah. So, I guess I'm done with this. Tomorrow is Monday, so I'll be investing more maybe tomorrow. I just got paid Friday, so I moved my money around. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this. I'm probably gonna cash this out too when it goes up. Hang on. Alright. I got about $100 in there. 28 of it is in cash. I made a little bit of money on it. But I don't know. I was gonna use it as like a day trading thing to buy and sell digital gold basically and make a little bit of money, but you know, I don't really have time to mess with day trading. So once this goes up, I'm gonna cash it out and I'm gonna delete this account too. But if you live in Canada or England and you trust this app, then and you want some digital gold, then this might be a good place to buy it. But I don't know. I'd rather just have some physical gold rather than do it here. Or if I have digital or paper gold, I would rather have it someplace in the US where I can potentially get it easier. I don't know that I trust Canada or England. Maybe they're cool, maybe they're not cool, I don't know. I haven't done my homework. But I have done my homework on Birch Gold, and that's probably the best place in the US that I would say you could put your money in the physical gold, where you have it in a vault and it's protected. So this is nice because you can do it online. But like I said, I don't know how much I trust it. So, but again, you can leave your comments in the comment section what you think, whether or not you trust it or not, and we'll see what happens. But I don't know. I think it's just too much of a hassle. Plus, I don't know. It seems like there's like hidden fees and stuff. So they probably have it in the disclaimer somewhere. But like here, it says it's up 12 cents. But if I go to cash it out, you know, I gotta pay a cashing out fee of like 40, almost 40 cents, 30 some cents. Well, actually more than that, because it's up 14 cents, supposedly. So I gotta calculate, so I gotta get this up over 15 or over $25 here before I cash it out, not just here. And this one, I gotta get it up over $50 before I cash it out. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's that. I'm gonna get rid of Vaulted and I'm getting rid of M1. I probably should get rid of Schwab, but Schwab's going to be my backup for Webull. So primarily I'm just using Robinhood, Cash App, and Webull. I had the money that I cashed out of the stocks that I had in Schwab, I went ahead and dumped it into BITO because it's paying like 55% interest. $57. So I just went ahead and dumped it over there for now, and might cash it out later, might not, I don't know, we'll see. But that's all I'm doing with Schwab. I'm just kind of keeping it in the background as a backup plan. But I don't really like Schwab too much. If there's another app that you like better, another broker, I guess you could call them, that you like better, let me know. So, yeah. Edward Jones is okay. I can't really manage my stuff online with them, so I got my IRA with them, and then I started that a while back, and I got a mutual fund with them, a dividend mutual fund, and I'm trying to get it built up to making about $500-600 a month so that it can fund my IRA, so I don't have to. So that's another one of my long-term projects. But I talked to an older couple who recently cashed out, or was trying to cash out their IRAs, and they said it was a nightmare. So dividend stocks may be a better alternative than even doing an IRA. But I don't know. I'll let you know when I know more, but yeah. All right, talk to you later. Bye.